Hello and welcome to Train Sim TV. My name's Tom, and in today's video we're taking you for a second look on the videos, that is, of the Harrogate Loop version 2 extension, which is upcoming from ourselves at On Track Simulation, and as well in association with Lewis Cox, who's been doing a lot of the work on the route with us. This is another scenario that comes with the route. It's a Sheffield run, starts at York, so we are actually going in a different direction compared to the first video we did. The first video we did a run from Gascoigne Junction, just around the bend near Sherburn in Elmet, and we did a run down to York on that. So we're going to actually go a little further on this video. We're going to go to the north of Milford Junction and Monkfryston, where the route ends. The scenario automatically ends itself up there, so it's a full run, and we're stopping at all stations on this one. So let's get ourselves into the train and get ourselves set up. We're on a class 144 also. 144005 is our unit for this run. Rightio, so good afternoon driver, please open your doors to allow all the passengers to board. This is the 1313 service to Sheffield. You will call at Ulleskelf, Church Fenton and Sherburn and Elmet. This scenario will automatically end as you travel over the marker at Milford Junction, just north of the crossovers at Milford Junction. Right, so key. I think that's everything on there. So we've got about a minute before we go. The doors actually do shut early, annoyingly, but we're not due off just for another minute yet. So, since, as well while we're here actually, I'll show you a couple of new bits and pieces that have changed. There has been a bit of extra detail added on this platform at York. All the bike racks and stuff, all the bike shelter and lockers. Shelters have been added into these platforms here and here. That needs sorting. There's a nameplate that's gone through there, but we'll sort that. What else has been added on the platforms? There is also, I think there's another, there's another shelter here. That's been added also, and other bits such as this was a missing signal that's been now added in, which protects the junction here for the Scarborough stuff. There's also been an extra details added in the platform, through the platform there. Also, a new addition. This was made for us quite a while ago, to be fair, from David Hopkinson. He very kindly built us the centre column, which goes in between the two running lines here, and also outside here as well. So again, massive thanks to David. I mean, this was built about a year or so ago, so I'm not even sure if he actually remembers it. But we've plonked it back in onto the route, and of course his name's in the manual as well for creating this for us many months ago, and just adds extra detail to the actual area, because Creative Rails didn't actually add this little feature to their footbridge, so it's nice to have it in. Make the route as authentic as possible. There's another little feature, Creative Rails Rock Centre, which came with Creative Rails, is East Coast Mainline Modern Part 3. Mr. Darren Porter of DP Simulations very kindly made the 3D logo, which is now been placed over the top of the building. So a massive thanks go out to Darren for doing this for us, and I do believe this is going into his North East England route as well, so you'll see it on there too, but it just adds a little bit of extra realism when you approach York, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Whilst from the subject with Mr. DPS, he's also very kindly working on a batch of quick drives for the route as well, with loads of prototypical AI at the right sort of times as well. You would see these consisting of many different locos, depending on the time of day that you do these. Now, if you've seen Darren's fantastic quick drives in the past, now I'm going to just open up internet and take DPS's website up, so I'm just going to bring this over. If you've not been on his website before, do have a look. Some fantastic stuff on here. Let me just look where they are, because there's a section for these quick drives. He's got some already on his website, which are era specific. Rails in Devon Cornwall, 85, which is another route from OCS, and also available at VP. Darren's done a load of quick drives for that. He's also done a big, massive batch of them for his on his not his, but DPS has done one for DTGs, Liverpool to Manchester, as well, which range from 2000 to 2001, which are fantastic, and I recommend them as well because they're as good as playing a normal scenario. There's so much variety, really good. I haven't actually played the Rails and Devon Cornwall ones yet. I might have to have a go at them, but yeah, have a look, guys. But you're going to be doing the same sort of thing for Harrogate Loop, which will cover all the V2 and the version 1 also. So there's going to be quite a good variety of stuff. I've seen the list of different locos that are going to be used, so I'm looking forward to getting hold of them and having a little play with them. So, other than that, really, other minor changes since have been the addition of the 2 ground signals here. Ground signal here, and the fact that I actually had no overhead wiring on this section of route that is now in, to the best we can, really, with what we've already got on use. So it might not look perfect, but hopefully it's convincing enough and does the job. So let's get ourselves into our train. We've got about 55 seconds. We'll be off. Just a quick look at the map for you all as well. Version 2 covers the scenery from York down the East Coast Main Line onto the Leeds Direct Line, and then continues all the way down to Milford Junction and includes also the detail at Gascoigne Wood. Gascoigne Wood now has its detail. If the camera will allow us to get over it, I'll take you for a quick look at that as well, just to show you the scenery. But we're going to be continuing up to about here sort of area. Right, so we are good to go. Right, let's go. First stop is Ulleskelf in 8.74 miles. Track joints don't sound very good on this. Not gonna lie. Sounds like someone's like tapping a very, very light, like hammer very, very lightly on a nail. God knows what's going on with them. So, status of the route currently so far is all the scenery is finished. Which is absolutely fantastic. Lewis managed to knock all the scenery together in about 5 or 6 weeks, which is outstanding. For the amount that he's done, it's outstanding. I mean, lockdown he's been furloughed. He's back at work now, but the furlough meant that he managed to get quite a lot of work done. So it's been quite beneficial to the route. Obviously, it's must have been hard work for Lewis as well, but I know he's back at work now. Which is it's worked out well that we've got the stuff ready in time from going back to work, really. So we're now sort of like I'm getting ready and getting stuff ready for the release, which is quite imminent, really. Probably going to be when I come back off sort of like leave with little and being born, which is any time around now. It could have actually happened. To be fair, with the time this video's out, it might have actually happened. So we're in that sort of stage. But when I come back, we'll start looking towards releases and stuff like that. We're waiting for the quick drives to come over and stuff as well from Darren. So when they're all in and we're happy with everything, we will get to that stage. The manual is virtually ready as well, so it's we are at that good stage now. So we're just around the Askham Bar area, I think. Have we just gone past it? No, we haven't. Just up ahead. top of my head, the new requirements on top of the original requirements are Great Eastern Main Line from Steam. You need the South Lancashire and North Cheshire asset pack. You need the VP Grass and Trees. There's been a few things bundled in, which again, a massive thanks to DP Simulation and also Pen and Pacer for that. For a few bits and pieces. One of the things from Pen and Pacer was there's an asset somewhere we've been using here somewhere. There is. So the blue tube fencing. We've been using that from his route. He's allowed us to bundle that in, and also there's another fence which we bundled in as well with him. Massive thanks once again. DPS is bits and pieces like clutter and stuff like that. Again, thanks to Darren. I think on the top of my head that's all the stuff that's actually required. There's only one payware, other bits are all free. It's just to give the most realistic view on the route as possible, really. To get as much detail as we can. Get the right feel for it. So we're now travelling towards Colton Junction. We'll come to Cotman Fort. There is a hangar which is sort of like not attached to any track, which needs removing. We'll sort that. I say it's still in the work in progress stage. It's still in the testing period now. It has gone out to a couple of testers. We've just gone past Cotman Fort level foot crossing, shall I say, not level crossing. We are now travelling towards Colton Junction, which is not too far away. Them track joints sound so bad. I think it's a bit of a mixed match really with the AP sounds from the 142 going on to the 144. Don't think they're quite compatible. It's just a bit of hit and miss with the track joints and the motion of obviously the wheels, like the running sound. You can't really hear much running sounds, annoyingly. Sort of mask that over though when you get the power on. So we're at Colton Junction. The sign on the left there tells us if we was obviously driving a pantograph unit, so it's like 802s that come this way, they'd have to drop the pantograph at that sign as the wires run out very, very shortly. So we're just going on so that's Colton Junction now. We've got the bridges coming up now as well. Strangely, I've tested this scenario once before, and we was actually held for the 91, but today we've been actually given priority over the 91, which is a bit of a strange, bizarre thing to happen. But we've been given priority for the Fallen, which would have been passing us. So let's. I want to go for a. I haven't got any lights on, I don't think. This is not going well. There we go, they're on. We've got an 80 restriction coming up. Oh, it's not going to be any difference to us because we don't go over 75 on these units. So we're at the Bolton Percy section of the route at the minute. What's next as well, you ask? For Harrogate Loop. Once version 2 is out of the door, the next phase will take the route from Church Fenton round to Leeds, completing a full circle route, which is one of the long aims for this route ever since it actually started. So it'd be nice to do a full run, and we can do the original Scarborough Spa circuit for the first portion at least. Obviously we haven't got Scarborough, but we can do that section, which would be nice. Other plans in the future to take onward toward the power station, so it's like Ferrybridge, Drax, Eggborough, other bits and pieces really. So yeah, there's a few plans in time. The Lewis is back at work now, so I know he's very busy at the minute. He's covering people, I think he said, at work, so he's not got a lot of time at all on the route. Ooh. Them brakes do not sound good. So we're just coming into Ulleskelf. Just crossing over the River Wharf. I do hope that one day we'll see a pacer enhancement pack. Covers them all. Massively needed. Don't quite understand why they're making them weird noises. Strange. It just keeps, like, it's just releasing its brakes all the time, even though they're actually applied. Right, the door's open. So for the first time on, I think we didn't actually stop at Ulleskelf on our last video. I think we went straight through. So this is DP Simulations Ulleskelf model used on the tops. I think that was a full model actually. This is very buggy. It sounds so buggy. This reskin's buggy anyway. I mean, you can see the driver's head poking out the roof. I'm not overly sure if there's any other 144 reskins available anywhere. This one's a Super Old reskin, so I'm not too sure if there's any others available. If anyone knows of any 144 reskins for Northern, do let me know. Next stop is Church Fenton. Alright, so 0.7 mile, start slowing down in the moment. Get these awful brakes back on. bin liner train. I don't actually know where the stopping distance, the stopping marker areas are on this. I need to have a look at that. So this is Church Fenton. Again, it's DP Simulations model used here, so the footsteps are part of DP Simulations models for other projects that he's done in the past. So again, we've been able to use that, and he's allowed us to bundle them in, which is very kind of him. So you can see the junction here. The lines to the right will be where phase 3 will go. So version 2 is what we're on at the minute. We're going to go to the left there. Some of the scenery has been done. You can see where the revamp ends, where sort of there it goes to the old scenery up there. The scenery is actually in all the way up to Micklefield, but it's on the old stuff, which is going to get ripped up and started again. Got out of his head. Absolutely shocking. Next up is Sherburn and Elmet. Doing the area Little Fenton now. Sherburn Elmet is a mile and a bit, it's 1.4 miles currently. I'm looking forward to getting this out as well, and Lewis has done an absolutely fantastic job of it. Very, very grateful for him approaching us as well and asking to add this onto our main route. I think without him, I don't think this would have happened so soon. It's nice to get it out there. I can't wait to see people's scenarios for this as well. Opens so much potential, a lot of freight opportunity as well, diverts and stuff like that. So it's nice to see. Comes with another 10 or so scenarios on top of that as well, when we get it out there to you all. So it covers freight, rail tours, stopping passengers, non-stop passenger. There's all sorts. We've covered a bit of everything. So this is actually the last station on the run. We're going to end up continuing in a minute though, so we haven't actually finished our run as such. So the scenario is going to end in about 2.7 miles on its own accord when we go over a marker just north of Milford Junction. So we started our last video just on the bend over there. Just that signal on the left hand side there. So we haven't actually done a video down here. We've actually streamed it, but we haven't videoed it. So not everyone's seen this. I will try and show, first of all, Gascoigne Wood as far as I can, which I think we'll be able to do as much of it as we can actually. So starting off here, this is where the line from Leeds comes in, goes over towards Selby and Hull. So you've got all sorts here. That goes down to Milford Junction. So we'll start off down here first. So we've got stuff like network rail sites, one DP simulations one as well. Again, has allowed us to bundle that in. So it's got a right overgrown feel to it as well. Obviously, this used to be used. We used to have a loader here and everything, which went. I think it went in the 2000s sort of period. It's actually used now as a storage area for like pacers and HSTs and stuff like that. While stock's obviously being removed from the railway for newer trains. So we've got a little yard here where you can actually store in scenarios if you want to store trains in here. It can only go so far, unfortunately. You've got another siding in there, another loading area. Can only go so far. Got a makeshift control tower at the minute. Hoping to have a custom made of that, just when time permits, really. So yeah, really, that's sort of the extent of it. The scenery only ends over there, so it's sort of used as a start-off area for scenarios, this, at the minute. We do hope to hopefully take it further down that way in time, at some point. Yeah, some kind of nice screenshots here as well when freight's come around. Going into the yard and going down to Milford. So we will go back to our unit and get ourselves back in. This is where the line from Leeds and Selby and Hull cross over the top. And this is Milford Junction, so this is where the start of the junction and the yards are. Take it for a quick look just before we continue through. So we've got all the industrial stuff here as well, all the yards. These are the Drax biomass wagons from Jake Fuller simulation. So that takes you to Gascoigne Wood, where we were just a minute ago. There's some adapted work in here as well, some existing stuff that's been left in from many years ago. Some of Mark Walker's works in here as well. Mark put this together. It was a kit bash. We do hope to some point have a full-on custom model for the warehouse that goes here, but at the moment it's a very nice representation that Mark's put together in his previous years of route building on the route. Well, when we was all a TPR team, as we were called. Lewis has adapted the area and added more to it and stuff like that. So it has got old stuff in there, and it has got adaptations and stuff like that as well. You can see, I think it's Drax. Is that Drax, I think? Or Ferry? I can't remember which one it is. Drax Eggborough or Ferry Bridge, it's one of them. I get mixed up which one's a which. But that's in the view there. A lot of wagons are sort of stored here today. Biomass ones are stored here as well, but these are used, of course. We're down to 20 mile an hour. Going to cross onto the line that takes towards Sheffield. If we continued on this line, it'll take us to Normanton, Castleford and all that what. The box down there as well. This is where the line's coming from Gascoigne Wood. So this scenario is going to end in about half an hour's time, so a massive thanks to everyone that's watched the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. We will get this route out very, very soon to you all. Just keep your eye out on On-Track Simulation in the coming months. It's not going to be far off now, guys. It is virtually ready. It's just waiting the last couple of bits to be added into it, such as the quick drives. Any feedback and such like that, anything in general about the route or anything about the channel, do drop us a message. We will get back to you. We always love to hear from you. I've been Tom. It's been Trainsim TV. Twitch as well. You can catch on there on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Currently, it's a little bit here and there at the minute with everything that's going on at home. Between myself and Mark, we're trying to sort of juggle things, but do bear with us. Links are all in the description again. You can pick up version 1 of Harrogate Loop in the description as well. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. We're going to drive just up to the marker now, which is just after the next signal, so we'll let you enjoy the last little bit. Thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.